Hi, we are packaged and ready to go to SmashCon Sydney.
Baby 유난히 더 예뻐 늘 하던 얘기도 하기도 귀찮아 죽겠어 Oh baby 할 말이 있는데
So, for who doesn't know me, hi, my name is Aline. I'm an animator from Brazil, living in Australia for the past 4 years. And that's my second year at Smash. And the last year, Smash was my second con ever. I have a vlog about that if you want to watch. So this year, it's kinda my 1 year anniversary of doing cons. I don't do this full time for contests. I work in an animation industry. This is my full-time job. I do cons on my free time, more for fun because I have a good time there. I love doing cons. I love attending cons. It's a good vibe. Everyone is so nice. I love the sense of community we have there. So yeah, that's my side project. And if you are not based in Australia and you don't know what I'm talking about, Smash is our biggest con here. It's an anime con. For reference, because I say it's our biggest con, by any means, I'm saying it's big. It's not comparable to the biggest cons in the world. I think Smash attendance is roughly around 40k, which is quite small if you compare to the biggest cons in America, Brazil, or Europe. But for us living here, that's the big con to go to. Also, I think this con is the most fun as well to attend. They have the biggest booths like Crunchyroll, Bandai. This year they are gonna have a photo bowl, so I'm very excited to check it. So a few difference for this year. For the first time, they're gonna be 3 days. They are gonna start Friday today. I'm actually hitting there now to set up. Friday is gonna be more of a soft launch. It's gonna be held from 5:30 to 8:30 today. We have the whole day to set up, and then we start 3 hours. And the less crowded as well. Before they were selling this Friday as a add-on. So if you bought the ticket for the weekend or any day of the weekend, you could add the Friday as well for a small price. But after they sold out to all the weekend events as they usually do, they decided to start to sell some Friday tickets individually as well, so that's good. I think we're gonna have a new attendees just for the Friday. I think if I was gonna attend this event, I would totally go on Friday because I hate crowds. Which is funny because I'm doing events and it's just crowds, but I hate being in the middle of the crowds, like walking in a crowded space. And I think a Friday is gonna be perfect for this type of people like me. Anyway, Saturday, Sunday, as usual, from 9 to 6 and 9 to 5, I think, Sunday. Another difference, this time they expanded the event. So before was 2 or 3 levels, this time it's gonna be 4 levels. They have an extra one. They also expanded the arts alley for about 400 tables. So before it was 360, 370, I think, and now it's 450 tables, a little more. But I'm not worried this time because they expanded a hall as well, which means more capacity. So, and they sold out the tickets. I'm not sure, but I believe we're gonna have more people this year. Also, the separation of the arts alley, how it's gonna go is level 1, we have 150 tables together with the vendors and the biggest booths. And on level 4, we have the majority of the alley. So it's mainly alley on the level 4, about like 300 tables and plus club activities and stuff. I'm on the level 1, by the way, but I'm gonna show you guys everything around. Anyway, I'm excited, so let's go!
Baby 유난히 더 예뻐 늘 하던 얘기도 하기도 귀찮아 죽겠어 Oh baby 할 말이 있는데 가볍게 들어와
며칠째 강행군 오늘도 촬영 all night 집에선 동기적인 샤워 어린 이제 브라이드 월세 국민연금 대출이자 원금 쌍판 주유비 생활비 고정 지출 스케줄 타이 군소리 안 하고 잔소리 다 받아주며 차곡차곡 쌓이는 마일리지 용화가 안주 나라 쌈합 먹으러 가자는데 여보 나부터 어쩌지
So this year I decided to remake my table setup completely from scratch. I was struggling the past events. I didn't resonate anymore with the setup that I had. It was a very colorful setup, and my art is already colorful, so I thought it was a little too much. So I decided to mute the table so the art could shine. Also, I've been sick of grid cubes, to be honest. I don't really like their aesthetic. I've been finding myself more drawn to tables that doesn't use them at all or use very few of them. I think it looks more interesting because it kinda differentiates you a little bit from the other tables on the artist alley. Since most of people use grid cubes, it's nice how you can build all sorts of layouts with them. They also provide you some height that is important, and people go very creative with them. Overall, they are very nice, and this is why most people use them. But I was keen to try something different this time. To be honest, I feel I failed. I like the aesthetic though, like the white and dark woody table. I feel I succeeded in some aspects, like mixing textures and different sizes, but I feel I fail on the height aspect. Everything was a little too low. I think this causes some damage on my sales, to be honest. Normally the thing I sell the most on events was stickers, and this time I barely sold just stickers. Before, my stickers were displayed in a wooden tiered display in an angle, and now they are flat on the table, and I feel people find it difficult to look at them. I need to find another solution for other con. Also, you probably saw me fighting for my life with my backdrop. I had an idea for that, but I feel I failed on the execution. I kind of had to improvise a lot. I was struggling to put the curtains, and I didn't figure out completely how to put things on top of the curtains, so they were kind of hanging there. So I've been thinking now on other solutions for that as well. Maybe I should just make a new pull-up banner. The pull-up banner was nice, but was kind of heavy, and I couldn't travel with it. Maybe instead I can make just a banner or a table runner that I can hang on the walls every time I have a backdrop. Something that is easy and light to carry on my luggage. But anyway, this is what I put together. I think it looks cute, although I still need to work on some aspects of the table.
형,
아?
오늘 괜찮아요?
100만 마일리지 싸놨어 만.
아 진짜?
당연하지.
오케이.
하는 거야
마일리지.
마일리지.
And talking about sales, I want to talk a little bit about the event now. Talking to the other artists, many of them also definitely feel this year was slower than the last year. I'm not sure if they sold more tickets or if it was just the same as last year, but it spread through 2 halls. That's how it felt for us. I feel for attendees, the spreading between 2 halls was great because there was more space for them to walk. No more sardine package on the halls, and easier to walk through. So it was nice. I definitely think it was a good idea spreading the con. Although I feel next time they could put all the artists together in one hall, and then the other hall being just the vendors and the rest of the con. You'll find many different opinions on that. Some people will say they did better because they were on level 4, others they did better because they were on level 1. So I think this is very personal, and it's not much related to the con itself. Level 4 had a lighting problem. Some parts of the hall were very dark and the artists struggled with that. Many of them had to improvise some lights for the next day. And some of them couldn't find the lights at all, so their table were on the dark for most of the event, which was quite bad, and I can see that can hurt your sales. Feel for us on level 1. We felt kind of isolated from the artist alley because most of the artist alley were on level 4. It was difficult for me during the busy con go to the other level to see my friends.
Pretty.
Say hi, baby.
No.
on the creepy, on the creepy part.
Imagine somebody just running towards you
Oh my god.
from over there.
Actually, have you recording them so the police can find you later? I will be down, but I will bring them down as well. Hi guys, we are going to day 2 now. See you later.
Day 2 of Smash 2025 starts in 30 minutes. Members, artists, volunteers, check your packs.
I can feel what you want 너의 품에 안겨있을 때면 오늘은 내가 내일은 네가 되어줄 서로의 baby 혼자 있을 땐 바로 이때 그대 여기 아직 느껴져 이 세상이 다 어두워졌다 우린 빛이 나 You are my sunshine sunshine 비춰줄 땐 언제나 그땐 포근해져 구름 모두 Feel so bright 위에만 good time 같이 있을 땐 누구보다 더 큰 세상을 가진 듯해 Feel so bright
손잡고 걸을 때
My sales were a little down this year compared to last year, I think by about 20% less. We have an Art Shelley Discord channel here in Australia, and the organizers always put some revenue surveys by the end of some comps. And I took a look on the results for Smash. To be honest, they looked pretty good, so I feel was more my fault. The fact that I didn't make as much as last year. I think I was gonna make better than last year because I have double of things on my table this time. I had very few last year because it was my first year doing this. And my ticket is a little higher as well. Actually, this ended up saving me because I had less sales than last year. I think the fact that I had a lot of stuff definitely helped, but my table was driving less sales. Maybe it was because of my setup. I will assume. On the revenue survey, it didn't really look like everyone was making less than last year. There is also a comparison between the years and people felt they made more this year. But anyway, overall, I feel the event was amazing, for sure. I still stand by what I said last year, that I don't really recommend this event for internationals. It's not a 5-figure con, as you can see in many Art Shelley vlogs if you search around. Australia doesn't really have this type of stuff. Of course, there are some people that can make this amount, but it's like a 1% of the entire haul. Australia doesn't really have yet the amount of attendees just because it's a small country, so just be aware of that. I feel maybe if you live really close by, like New Zealand, Singapore, Indonesia, might worth it for you. Anything else than that, I don't really recommend, except if you want to visit Australia. If you are not making this trip just for money, then come visit. Australia is a beautiful country. You're definitely gonna have a good time. I really like how the event expanded this year, and I really hope they keep doing this. The 3 days was really great, being able to sell already on Friday, because normally the Fridays are kind of a loss for the artists because you just go there and you set up and that's it, and then you didn't make any money that day. It was nice to already start selling on that day, and also not for so long hours. I think it would be too much to set up and then have to face like 5 or 8 hours. So this 3 hours, I think could be even 4 maximum, no more than that. I was really impressed by how the booths are getting bigger and bigger. I really love it, the Ufotable booth. I ended up buying the Demon Slayer art book collection. That was like the character design book and the sets book. And to be honest, I never seen this anywhere else before, like a Kinokuniya or on the internet. I don't know if this was a event exclusive. Ufotable normally is a little secretive about their process. You don't really see their artists posting anything online. I don't think they're allowed to. It was nice to see some production materials for the first time. I'm sorry I couldn't show their booth because we are not even allowed to film or taking photos inside there. This is how secretive they are. Would be nice if Smash is able to bring more of these Japanese studios to Australia. So maybe soon we can have an event that is not just for anime fans, but also an industry event. If we could even bring some Japanese directors or animators to give some talks, would be very nice. But anyway, thank you for watching again. Hope I see you guys next year. Actually, I have many other vlogs that I plan to release soon once I have time. So I hope I don't disappear for another whole year. Anyway, thank you so much and see you on the next one. Bye bye.
내 얼굴에 슬픔이 묻지 않게 널 괴롭히는 어둠을 발견해가 빛이 되기 baby no more nightmares 난 내 지구 내 우주 내 세상 Forever be with you
You are my sunshine, sunshine 비춰줄 땐